What if everything you thought you knew about reality was a lie? What if the life you see around you, your limitations, your struggles, your impossible dreams, was not real, but simply a reflection of the quantum signals you've been unconsciously sending? The universe is listening, every thought, every emotion, every fleeting doubt, echoing through an invisible field, shaping your reality with absolute precision. And yet, most people drift through life, unaware that the power to rewrite existence is already in their hands. Today you will discover the hidden rules of the quantum world, 12 powerful lessons that the elite of consciousness have always known. These lessons are not ideas, they are not theories. They are the mechanics of reality itself. You will learn how your identity dictates the probabilities that form your life. Your emotions act as the fuel for manifestation. Even the tiniest shifts in your thoughts can collapse entire timelines. And consciousness is the ultimate force shaping everything around you. This is not fantasy. This is quantum reality. And if you master these principles, you won't just change your life, you will bend reality to your will. Stay with me. Pay attention. Because once you see this, you cannot unsee it, and your world will never be the same again. Everything in your reality begins with vibration, not actions, not plans, not wishes. Vibration, frequency, the silent hum of your consciousness. You has been taught to chase outcomes, to struggle for what you want, but the universe doesn't respond to chasing, it responds to resonance. Ask yourself, if your inner world is chaotic, anxious, or fragmented, how could the outer world ever reflect peace, abundance, or clarity? Your frequency is a magnet, silently shaping your experiences. Before you even act, before you even speak, imagine a tuning fork. When struck, it causes every nearby note to vibrate in harmony. That is you. Every thought, every feeling, every subtle energy pulse aligns or misaligns your reality. This is why mastery begins inside. Before you try to change your life, first change the frequency that radiates from your core. Raise it, refine it, stabilize it. Become a high-frequency node in the quantum field, and reality itself will bend to your rhythm. Because nothing external can overpower your internal vibration. It is the silent engine of creation, the hidden signal behind every event, the unspoken law that what you are vibrating is what you attract. Step into it, feel it. Let your frequency dictate the reality you deserve. This is the first key. Without it, all else is noise. Reality is not solid. It is a sea of infinite possibilities. A quantum ocean of potential waiting for your gaze. Every moment, countless timelines ripple silently around you, some bright, some dark, some unseen. They exist in a state of pure potential, until you observe them. Observation is the sacred trigger. The universe is not a passive stage, it responds. Your attention is the brush, your consciousness the paint, and every moment becomes a canvas. This is why most humans live in loops. Unaware, they do not see the power of their own gaze. They allow their minds to flit between fears, doubts, and distractions, and the quantum field obediently mirrors the strongest signals. When you focus intentionally, with clarity and purpose, you collapse potential into reality. A possibility becomes an event. A dream becomes a manifestation. But beware, the field is blind to moral judgment. It simply collapses what you consistently observe, whether aligned or misaligned. Your gaze is your authority. Your consciousness is the catalyst. Step into this truth. The outer world is merely the reflection of the inner observer. When you shift your attention, you shift reality itself. When you choose what to observe, you choose which timeline solidifies. Your eyes are not just seeing, they are creating. Master this, and you no longer drift. You direct, you collapse. You command the quantum sea. Observation is not passive. It is the act of creation itself. You have been told that your thoughts create your reality. You have been told that your intentions are the keys to manifestation. But this is only half the truth, because reality does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you believe you are. Identity is the silent architect of your life. It is the invisible blueprint written in the deepest layers of your consciousness. Your intentions are mere sparks, temporary, fleeting, and powerless unless they are aligned with the core identity you carry. The universe does not obey your plans. It obeys your being. Ask yourself, when you try to force change with sheer intention, how often does it fail? Why do resolutions vanish, habits crumble, and desires remain out of reach? Because your inner identity, the unspoken story you tell yourself about who you are, holds far more power than your conscious intentions. It is identity that filters reality, chooses which possibilities to collapse into form and which to leave dormant in the quantum field. Consider this. If you believe you are a magnet for success, every opportunity, every conversation, every synchronicity begins to line up. If you believe you are powerless, even the most precise intentions dissolve into thin air. Your reality is not a garden of chance. It is a mirror reflecting the vibration of the identity you inhabit. Identity is a multi-layered frequency. It is composed of beliefs, emotions, habits, and memories that have been quietly shaping your life for years, decades, even lifetimes. It is stronger than effort, louder than willpower, and more persistent than intention itself. It whispers commands to the quantum field long before your mind can articulate a desire. This is why the most powerful shift in manifestation is not doing more, it is becoming more. It is not about repeating affirmations or following formulas. It is about aligning the self you truly are with the self you want to become. The process begins with awareness. Observe the identity you have been living, the stories, the limitations, the subtle narratives that run beneath your conscious mind. Notice the recurring patterns, the automatic reactions, the invisible loops that keep drawing the same outcomes into your life. This is the current identity at work. It is not your enemy. It is simply the signal your reality has been reading all along. Once you recognize it, the next step is intentional reconstruction. Ask yourself, who do I want to truly be? What identity will naturally draw the life I desire into alignment? The answer is not in external achievement, it is in internal transformation. Change your core identity, and the world responds automatically. Identity is not fixed. It is a vibrational state, a tune your consciousness plays in the cosmic field. You can upgrade it. You can amplify it. You can rewrite it. And when you do, intentions no longer feel like forcing the river. They become currents you naturally ride. You become the frequency that attracts, aligns, and manifests effortlessly. Here is the secret that most people miss. The universe does not care about effort. It does not care about trying harder. It only recognizes authentic alignment, the unshakable signal of a being who already is what they intend to create. Let me give you an example. If you wish to be wealthy but carry the identity of lack, scarcity, or unworthiness, the universe will faithfully deliver experiences that match that identity, no matter how persistent your intentions. If you shift your identity to embody abundance, generosity, and possibility, the universe reconfigures itself to bring wealth, opportunities, and synchronicities into your path effortlessly. Identity overrides intention. Identity shapes perception. Identity dictates the probability of outcomes. It is the quantum blueprint behind every life event, the invisible hand guiding all manifestations. Now, imagine your life as a grand holographic projection. Your identity is the projector. Your intentions are merely the slides. No matter how brilliant the slides are, if the projector is misaligned, the images will never appear correctly. But align the projector and reality itself lights up with precision, clarity, and flow. This is why mastery begins not with action, not with visualization, not with effort, but with becoming the identity that naturally produces your desired reality. It is an inward journey, a recalibration of the self at the deepest vibrational level. It is the alchemy of consciousness, the secret every great mystic, every quantum pioneer, every reality shaper has known. Change who you are, and the world changes automatically. The moment you embody the new identity, everything shifts. Your relationships transform, your opportunities accelerate, your health, wealth, and freedom expand. You are no longer fighting against the current, you are the current. The key practices for this transformation are simple yet profound. Observe the identity you are currently operating from. Identify the stories, beliefs, and loops that limit you. Declare and embody the new identity in every thought, feeling, and action. Trust that the quantum field responds instantaneously to your authentic vibration. Repeat daily until the new identity becomes effortless, natural, inevitable. Remember, your inner self is the ultimate law of creation. Intentions are powerless without it. Actions are empty without it. The field does not negotiate, it responds only to the vibration of identity. Step into this truth. Reclaim your identity. Become the being whose reality naturally matches your highest vision. Because the moment you do, you are no longer trying to manifest. You are already the manifestation itself. If identity is the blueprint of reality, then emotion is the engine that powers it. It is not optional. It is not a decoration. Emotion is quantum fuel, the force that accelerates manifestation and collapses probability into form. Most people underestimate this power. They treat feelings as reactions, distractions, or side effects of life. They think manifestation is about thinking the right thoughts or taking the right actions. But reality does not respond to thoughts alone. It responds to the energy that animates those thoughts. Every emotion carries a frequency, a vibration, a signature in the quantum field. Joy, gratitude, love, excitement. High-frequency emotions expand the field, opening infinite channels for manifestation. Fear, doubt, anger, resentment. Low-frequency emotions contract it, creating resistance, blocks, and delay. Imagine you are tuning a radio. Your thoughts are like the station dial, but your emotions are the signal strength. You can have the dial on the right frequency, but if the signal is weak, your reality remains static, muted, unresponsive. When emotion surges, the signal strengthens, and the universe begins to respond immediately. This is why spiritual masters, quantum pioneers, and reality shifters have always emphasized feeling first, then acting. You do not manifest by logic alone. You manifest by aligning your internal emotional state with the reality you desire. The emotion acts as a catalyst that ignites the probabilities hidden in the quantum field. But there is a hidden nuance. It is not just any emotion. It is intense, unwavering, and intentional emotion. Half-hearted excitement will produce half-hearted results. Surface-level gratitude will yield surface-level change. You must embody the feeling of the reality you desire as if it is already present, already real, already inevitable. Think about it. When you are deeply in love, when you are thrilled, when you are filled with profound gratitude, the world feels different. Doors open. People align. Events synchronize. The field responds to that pure, charged state, not to wishful thinking. Emotions are quantum amplifiers. They magnify your frequency and broadcast it across the field. They create a gravitational pull that draws events, people, and opportunities into alignment. Without emotion, even the most crystal-clear intention struggles to manifest. With emotion, even small intentions can trigger massive shifts. Now, there is a secret layer that most people miss. Negative emotion is not the enemy. It is the feedback system. fear, anger, frustration. They signal where your vibration is misaligned. They highlight the thoughts, beliefs, and identities that need recalibration. Do not resist them. Observe them, transmute them, convert the energy into focused emotional fuel for the reality you desire. This is alchemy. This is the hidden power that turns human consciousness into a reality-creating engine. It is the difference between merely wishing and instantly catalyzing change. The stronger your emotional resonance, the more the quantum field obeys. Here is the ritual to master emotional fuel. Tune into your body. Your emotions manifest as subtle vibrations, tingles, and currents. Feel them. Amplify the emotion. Intensify it until it radiates from your entire being. Every cell, every thought, every breath aligned. Anchor it to your vision. Picture your reality as already existing and let the emotion lock it into your perception. Release attachment. Let the feeling flow naturally, without clinging, without doubt. Trust that the field is responding. Repeat consistently. The quantum field responds to patterned emotional resonance, not occasional spikes. Remember, emotion is not a reaction to reality. It is the force that shapes reality. It is the hidden trigger that collapses infinite possibilities into the tangible. It is the current that drives the manifestation of your desires. When you combine identity, who you are, with emotion, the fuel you radiate, you become unstoppable. Your inner state no longer drifts with circumstance. It becomes the source. It becomes the engine. It becomes the quantum signal the universe cannot ignore. This is why some people seem to manifest effortlessly. They are not luckier or smarter. They are emotionally aligned, vibrating with the reality they desire before it even exists. Step into this power. Fuel your identity with the emotion of certainty, joy, and expansion. Let it surge through your body, mind, and consciousness. Your inner fire will ignite the probabilities. Your reality will bend. Your desires will become inevitable. Because emotion is the quantum spark that turns potential into creation. Without it, nothing moves. With it, everything is possible. Your mind is not merely a thinker of thoughts. It is a quantum transmitter, broadcasting frequencies into the field with every idea, every word, every mental image. Yet most humans live unaware of this power. They allow their minds to chatter endlessly, mixing clarity with confusion, focus with doubt, certainty with fear. Each thought generates a subtle wave, and when waves clash, they create interference patterns, ripples that distort reality itself. Think of it like this. When a pebble is dropped into still water, it creates ripples that expand outward. Drop another pebble, slightly off, and the waves collide, creating patterns of cancellation, distortion, or amplification. This is exactly what happens in your consciousness. Your thoughts are the pebbles. Your mind is the pond. Clarity aligns the ripples. Chaos distorts them, and reality responds to the net pattern you are generating. Your inner world is constantly weaving intricate interference patterns, sometimes constructive, sometimes destructive. Positive, focused thoughts amplify your frequency. Conflicted, scattered, or negative thoughts cancel it out, block it, or distort it. This is why many attempt manifestation with good intentions but fail repeatedly. Their mental interference patterns cancel out the signals their identity and emotion are trying to send. Now here is the secret many never realize. It's not the absence of negative thoughts that matters. It's the coherence of your pattern. You do not need a perfect mind. You need a mind that is capable of resonant alignment, a mind that can intentionally focus, direct, and harmonize the waves it sends into the quantum field. Every thought carries energy. Every idea broadcasts vibration. Every inner conversation creates constructive or destructive interference. When your thoughts align with your identity and emotion, they reinforce the frequency. When they clash, They create distortion, delays, and blocks. Even a single, unresolved internal contradiction can ripple outward and shift the probability of outcomes. This is why meditation, mental clarity, and focused visualization are not optional. They are essential training for quantum mastery. By observing your thoughts without attachment, by choosing which patterns to amplify and which to release, you learn to control the signals that your consciousness is sending into the field. But it goes deeper. The field does not distinguish between imagined conflict and real conflict. Every mental argument, every fear-driven worry, every imagined what-if is a broadcast into the field, creating interference, attracting outcomes aligned with dissonance rather than alignment. Your mind is constantly shaping probabilities, whether you are aware of it or not. To master this lesson, you must learn thought harmonization, awareness. Notice your inner dialogue. Identify repeating patterns that create distortion. Choice. Decide which thoughts are constructive, which are destructive, and which are neutral. Focus. Concentrate on one coherent stream that aligns with your desired outcome. Reinforcement. Pair thought with emotion. Intense, aligned feelings amplify the signal. Release. Let go of conflicting ideas. Do not force suppression. Alignment is effortless, not coercive. When your thoughts, identity, and emotions harmonize, your frequency becomes a pure signal, a straight, unbroken vibration that the universe cannot ignore. This is the state of resonant creation, where manifestation flows naturally, effortlessly, and without resistance. But remember, interference is subtle. It lurks in fleeting doubts, subconscious loops, and the habitual mental chatter you never even notice. A single unresolved contradiction can cancel out hours of intentional manifestation. The quantum field is precise, impartial, and responsive to the net frequency you emit. This is why mastering your inner patterns is more powerful than trying to control outer events. Instead of reacting to external chaos, you learn to shape reality from the inside out, controlling the interference before it manifests. The next time you feel scattered, distracted, or anxious, remember, it is not weakness. It is a misalignment of your mental waves. Observe the patterns, realign, focus, amplify, harmonize. Turn the chaos into coherent quantum signal. When you do, the universe aligns instantly. Opportunities, synchronicities, and outcomes begin to flow in perfect resonance with your being. Your thoughts no longer block creation, they direct it. Your mind becomes a conductor, orchestrating reality itself. This is the power of thought mastery, the ability to eliminate interference, amplify coherence, and align all mental energy with the identity, emotion, and intention you have cultivated. It is the bridge between potential and manifestation. It is the hidden quantum mechanism that separates dreamers from creators. Step into this mastery, become aware, direct your mental waves, harmonize your inner signal. Your reality is listening, and it responds to the clarity of your thoughts. Certainty is the silent language of the universe. It is the frequency that commands reality, not hope, not wishful thinking, not fleeting desire. Certainty, unshakable, absolute, pure. Most people live in the fog of doubt. They chase outcomes with hope, wrestle with fear, and beg the world to align with their wishes. But the quantum field does not negotiate with uncertainty. It reflects exactly what you vibrate with conviction, what you broadcast with unwavering confidence. Think of the universe as a mirror, but not a passive one. It does not simply reflect appearances, it mirrors the core energy behind your belief, the signal that emanates from your being. When you waver, the field wavers. When you doubt, the field hesitates. When you are resolute, aligned, and certain, reality shifts to accommodate your frequency. Certainty is not arrogance. It is not forcing an outcome. It is the deep, unshakable knowing that what you intend is already aligned with the flow of the cosmos. It is the internal alignment between identity, thought, and emotion that leaves no space for contradiction. When your inner world is coherent, your outer world has no choice but to reflect it. The field mirrors certainty because it cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. It only responds to the signal you send. If your internal vibration is firm, decisive, and unwavering, the probabilities in the quantum field collapse in your favor. If your vibration wavers, hesitation enters, conflict arises, and manifestation is delayed, diluted, or distorted. Consider the great quantum masters, the mystics, and the reality shifters of history. They did not achieve results through frantic effort. They achieved them through absolute inner conviction. Their certainty radiated like a beacon, drawing events, people, and circumstances into resonance with their state. Certainty aligns the three pillars of creation: identity, who you are; emotion, the fuel you radiate; thoughts, the signals you broadcast. When these converge into unshakable certainty, the field has no ambiguity to respond to. It mirrors your state with absolute fidelity. You are no longer asking the universe for results. You are activating them effortlessly, instantly, and continuously. But most humans struggle with this. Doubt is a natural byproduct of fear, past conditioning, and unexamined belief loops. Even a single contradiction can fracture the signal and introduce chaos into the probabilities you are trying to collapse. This is why mastery of certainty requires inner calibration, observing the mind, harmonizing emotion, and anchoring identity. Certainty is not static. It is a practice, a ritual, a state of consciousness that must be maintained. Each thought, each feeling, each moment of indecision can ripple outward and weaken the coherence of your field. The universe mirrors the strength and consistency of your inner knowing, not your occasional spikes of confidence. To embody certainty, anchor in knowing, not hoping. Stop wishing reality would align and start experiencing it internally as already aligned. Synchronize identity and intention. Your being must declare unequivocally, "This is who I am. This is what I manifest." Fuel it with emotion. Certainty without feeling is weak. Intense, aligned emotion amplifies your signal. Observe interference and dissolve it. Any internal contradiction or doubt distorts the message. Release it. Align again. Trust the field SIP's response. Do not second-guess or force outcomes. The field mirrors certainty naturally, effortlessly, like water obeying gravity. Certainty is magnetic. It draws circumstances, people, and events into perfect resonance with your state. It creates a gravitational field in the quantum fabric of reality. When you embody certainty, you are no longer at the mercy of chance. You become the orchestrator of your existence. Here is the hidden secret: the universe cannot resist certainty. It bends, flows, and reorganizes itself around unwavering conviction. Your inner knowing is a lever that moves the infinite. It is not wishful thinking. It is coherent, absolute, intentional vibration. Step into this state. Feel the unshakable knowing pulse through your chest. Anchor it in your mind, your heart, your cells. Every doubt that arises is an invitation to re-anchor, to strengthen your frequency. Because the field mirrors certainty, it reflects your inner alignment with perfect fidelity. When you live in certainty, reality responds as if by magic, but it is not magic. It is the law of coherent vibration. The universe does not resist you. It resonates with you instantly, powerfully, eternally. Embody certainty. Radiate it. Your reality will follow. Because certainty is not just a state of mind, it is the hidden command of creation itself. Everything is connected. Every particle, every wave, Every thought, every emotion entwined in a web so vast, so intricate, that what happens here affects what happens everywhere. This is the secret the universe has always known. Nothing exists in isolation. Reality is not a collection of separate events. It is a living, breathing, entangled field of infinite interactions. Most humans perceive life as linear cause and effect, action and consequence, here and there. But quantum truth defies this illusion. Every choice you make, every thought you entertain, every feeling you radiate sends ripples through the entangled fabric of existence. The universe responds, not in distant, separate steps, but instantaneously, subtly, invisibly. Entanglement is the hidden architecture of reality. It is why synchronicities appear, why coincidences align, why some people seem to magnetize opportunities while others struggle endlessly. It is why a single intention, broadcast with clarity and emotion, can manifest in ways that defy linear logic. When you understand entanglement, you realize that your inner state is never private. It is an active force shaping the infinite web of reality. Every thought is a node. Every feeling is a thread. Every identity you inhabit is a field. And all of these threads connect to every other point in existence. The entangled field does not differentiate between here and there, me and you, past and future. All possibilities vibrate together. All probabilities are linked. All outcomes are influenced by the subtle waves you emit. Consider this. A single emotion of love, gratitude, or joy can ripple across your life and into the lives of countless others. Conversely, unresolved anger, fear, or resentment also spreads, entangling distant timelines, shaping events beyond your immediate perception. This is why mastery requires awareness, not just of yourself, but of the energy you contribute to the collective field. Entanglement is also why your outer reality often reflects patterns from the past. What you experience now is the cumulative vibration of your choices, emotions, and thoughts, not just today, but over days, months, and years. The field holds memory. It remembers, and it responds based on the coherent resonance you sustain over time. When you grasp this principle, you begin to see the true power of your consciousness. You are not just an observer. You are a node of influence in a vast, infinite network. Every alignment you create internally propagates externally. Every upgrade of your identity, every amplification of your emotional state, every focus of your thoughts becomes a force of entangled creation. This is the hidden mechanism behind synchronicity, manifestation, and miraculous alignment. It is why some people seem lucky or blessed. They are entangled in a coherent high-frequency pattern that resonates with abundance, flow, and opportunity. It is why others struggle. Their internal state is scattered, conflicted, or misaligned, creating interference that entangles them with limitation and stagnation. Here is the essential practice of entanglement mastery. Observe your connections. Everything you think, feel, and believe contributes to the field. Align internally, harmonize identity, emotion, and thought to radiate coherent frequency. Release destructive energy, let go of unresolved emotions and limiting patterns that tangle your timeline. Broadcast clarity, maintain focus and intention to guide the entangled field toward desired outcomes. Trust the interconnected flow. The universe responds instantaneously and invisibly to aligned energy. Entanglement also teaches humility and reverence. You are powerful, but your power exists within a network, a web that responds to resonance, not ego. Every choice matters. Every thought matters. Every emotion matters. Because everything is entangled, nothing is ever truly separate. This understanding transforms your perception of cause and effect. You no longer see life as random or chaotic. You see it as a living tapestry, responsive to every vibration you emit. You see your consciousness as a lever capable of subtle yet profound shifts across time, space, and reality. Step into this awareness. Feel the invisible threads connecting you to everything around you. Acknowledge your role in shaping the quantum web. Your inner state is no longer private, it is active creation. Your alignment is not optional. It is the signal that organizes infinite possibilities. When you live with this consciousness, your life ceases to be linear. Synchronicities accelerate, paths converge. Opportunities manifest in ways that appear magical, but are simply the entangled field responding to your coherent vibration. This is the ultimate quantum truth. Everything is entangled. You are not isolated. You are a force in an infinite network. Master your internal field, and the entangled universe bends, synchronizes, and aligns in resonance with your being. Your reality is a web, and you are at the center of it. The threads respond to your frequency, your alignment, your clarity, your certainty, your emotional resonance. They ripple outward. You are not just creating your life. You are weaving the quantum fabric of existence itself. Reality is far more delicate and far more responsive than most people realize. It is not shaped solely by grand actions, monumental decisions, or overwhelming effort. It is shaped by small, precise shifts in your vibration, your focus, and your state of being. Every quantum event begins as a subtle nudge, a ripple, a microscopic adjustment in your inner frequency, a thought slightly elevated in clarity, an emotion subtly refined toward alignment, a single belief quietly recalibrated. These are the tiny shifts. They appear insignificant on the surface, but in the quantum field, they are monumental. Because the universe does not respond to volume or force, it responds to coherent signal. A small, consistent, intentional vibration carries far more weight than frantic, scattered effort. Think of reality as a massive river. Most people try to control the current with brute force, paddling, fighting, struggling, and exhausting themselves. But the river bends easily to subtle guidance. A small, well-placed paddle stroke redirects the flow. Tiny adjustments create vast differences downstream. This is how massive timelines shift, not by grand gestures, but by consistent, aligned micro-movements in your inner world. Here's the hidden truth. Most humans overestimate action and underestimate subtlety. They believe that effort, struggle, and control create change. But in the quantum field, subtle precision outweighs brute force. A micro-adjustment in your frequency, focus, or emotion can trigger a cascade of events that reshape entire lifetimes. Consider the butterfly effect, not in the external sense, but internally. A single shift in your vibration can reorganize probabilities, attract new people, and unlock doors that seemed impossible to open. Your internal micro-adjustments are levers on infinite timelines, capable of collapsing limitations and manifesting opportunities you never imagined. Tiny shifts also compound. Every subtle recalibration builds upon the last. Every moment of alignment strengthens your frequency, sharpens your focus, and clarifies your identity. Before long, these seemingly minor adjustments accumulate into massive reality shifts, collapsing timelines in ways that feel miraculous, but are entirely natural. The key lies in awareness and precision. You cannot shift what you do not observe. Notice the small misalignments in thought, emotion, and vibration. Adjust them consistently. Fine-tune your internal state with attention, intention, and emotion. These small adjustments, repeated daily, ripple outward, reshaping your entire timeline. This principle also explains why sudden breakthroughs often feel effortless. It is not luck. It is the result of countless subtle, intentional shifts, small recalibrations that finally reach critical mass. The quantum field responds exponentially to coherent, precise adjustments. A tiny pivot in focus can produce monumental outcomes. A slight emotional upgrade can collapse limitations that once felt insurmountable. Here is the practical ritual for mastery. Observe subtle misalignments, thoughts, feelings, or beliefs that contradict your desired reality. Micro-adjust identity. Shift a tiny belief or attitude toward alignment. Amplify emotional resonance. Even slight elevation in emotional state multiplies impact. Recalibrate focus. Gently redirect attention to the aligned possibility. Repeat consistently. The accumulation of small shifts creates massive outcomes. Tiny shifts are also invisible to the ego, which craves drama, grand gestures, and immediate results. Do not underestimate them. Do not disregard them. The universe rewards precision, coherence, and subtlety over noise, chaos, and effort. Mastery of tiny shifts transforms your relationship with reality. You no longer chase outcomes. You no longer force timelines. You guide reality with finesse, nudging probabilities, collapsing limitations, and orchestrating events with ease. The greatest quantum truth is this: massive realities are built from microscopic, deliberate adjustments. Every aligned thought, every refined emotion, every coherent identity upgrade compounds across timelines. What feels small today is the catalyst for monumental change tomorrow. Step into this mastery. Observe, adjust, amplify, and repeat. Tiny shifts will ripple across the field, creating profound effects. Your reality is not static. It is a living, responsive tapestry. And even the slightest change, applied with consistency and precision, can collapse entire timelines into alignment with your highest vision. You are the quiet architect, the invisible weaver of infinite possibilities. Every subtle shift you make is a thread that rewrites the fabric of existence itself. The quantum field is listening. It responds to precision, coherence, and alignment. Tiny shifts are your key. Massive timelines are your reward. Time is an illusion, a river we mistakenly believe flows only forward. But in the quantum field, the present moment is not just a point in time. It is the control panel of reality itself. All creation, all probability, all manifestation occurs here and now, not in the past, not in the future, not in imagined someday. The present moment is the lever, the switch, the sacred dial that directs the infinite. Most humans live disconnected from this truth. They dwell in memory, obsess over outcomes, or fret about what might come. They are time travelers trapped in illusion, drifting through life as if reality is elsewhere, unreachable. But the universe does not respond to memory or speculation. It responds only to conscious attention applied in the now. The present is where identity, emotion, thought, and attention converge. It is the singular point where the quantum field reads your signal and collapses infinite possibilities into reality. Your internal state in this exact moment is writing the script of your life, not later, not yesterday, only this pulse of awareness. Every thought you have now, every feeling you radiate now, every belief you hold now, these are the switches on the control panel. Flip them with awareness, and the probabilities begin to align. Neglect them and your life becomes reactive, a play performed by unseen forces. This is the hidden key of mastery. The moment you inhabit fully, you activate your authority over reality. Consider your life as a spaceship, navigating a boundless quantum cosmos. The control panel is not in the past you mourn, nor in the future you chase. It is right before you. Every dial, every lever, every button corresponds to a quantum variable: thought patterns, emotional resonance, identity alignment, focus and attention. When you consciously manipulate these controls in the present moment, your trajectory changes instantly. Even the smallest adjustment can reroute entire timelines. A shift in awareness here, a recalibration of focus there, a release of limiting emotion now. This is why meditation, presence practices, and awareness rituals are not optional. They are direct interaction with the quantum control panel. By anchoring fully in the now, you access the operational interface of reality. You stop reacting to circumstances and start steering them. Here is the mystical principle few understand. The past is not your prison. It is data, a blueprint, a record of tendencies, patterns, and loops. The future is not your destination. It is potential, a matrix of probabilities awaiting collapse. Only the present is real. Only the present can be used to collapse desired realities into form. Step into the moment. Feel the pulse of life here. Focus your thoughts. Anchor your emotions. Activate your identity. Every adjustment, every choice, every intention radiates outward from this point, weaving the fabric of existence according to your inner command. The present moment also dissolves fear. Fear exists as projection, anticipation of outcomes, worry about the unknown. But when your attention is rooted in the now, fear loses power. The control panel becomes clear, uncluttered, precise. You are no longer a passenger. You are the pilot. The universe responds instantaneously to presence. Your attention is the signal. Your emotion is the amplifier. Your aligned identity is the authority. Together, they operate the most powerful interface known, the quantum control panel of the present moment. Remember, mastery is not accumulation of information or external skill. It is the full inhabitation of now, the conscious operation of all levers at your disposal. Every quantum possibility listens to your pulse of awareness. Every timeline bends in response to your precision. Every probability collapses according to the coherent signal you send from this exact instant. Practice it relentlessly. Anchor in the present. Observe, calibrate, and radiate alignment continuously. You will begin to notice subtle shifts, small synchronicities, intuitive guidance, the effortless unfolding of events. These are not coincidences. They are direct feedback from the control panel, showing that your signal is being received and implemented. The present is your only point of power. The past is a memory. The future is potential. But now is the lever that moves the infinite. When you operate consciously in the now, the field mirrors your alignment, amplifies your frequency, and collapses possibilities into reality. Step fully into this truth. Anchor your attention, focus your intention, align your identity, and amplify your emotion. The present moment is not fleeting. It is eternal. It is the control panel of all creation, and now is the only time that matters. Resistance is the hidden fracture in the fabric of your reality. It is the invisible force that splits timelines, fractures potential, and binds you to the loops you desperately wish to escape. Resistance is not external, it is internal. It is the subtle tension in your thoughts, the hidden conflict in your emotions, the quiet disbelief in your identity. It is what prevents the coherent collapse of infinite possibilities into aligned reality. Most humans do not recognize resistance because it feels natural. It masquerades as struggle, as effort, as discipline. It whispers, you must push harder, you must fight, you must control. And in obeying this whisper, you fracture your frequency. You create splintered signals in the quantum field, scattering probability across multiple, conflicting timelines. Here is the hidden mechanism. The universe responds to vibration, not effort. Every act of resistance generates tension, and tension disperses energy. Instead of collapsing possibilities into alignment, resistance fractures them. It produces delays, obstacles, and friction. It creates the illusion of struggle, while the field silently mirrors your inner conflict. Resistance can appear in many forms: doubt about your worthiness, fear of failure or success, clinging to outcomes rather than embodying alignment, mental arguments, overthinking, or internal debate. Each of these creates split energy. Instead of a single coherent frequency broadcasting your desired reality, the field receives multiple conflicting signals. It cannot resolve them cleanly, so it mirrors your inner fragmentation. Your outer world becomes a battlefield of opposing probabilities, constantly pulling you between desire and doubt. The paradox is this: resistance often feels like protection. It tells you to brace, to fight, to hold on. But it is the very thing that blocks flow. The universe does not oppose you. It only responds to the coherence or incoherence of your signal. Release the fight, and the probabilities collapse naturally. Surrender and alignment becomes effortless. Consider the most successful quantum masters, the mystics and reality shifters. They do not struggle against life. They flow with it, maintaining alignment even when challenges appear. They recognize resistance as an internal misalignment, not a battle to be won. They allow the field to do what it does best: respond to clarity, emotion, and identity without interference. Here is the practical method to dissolve resistance. Observe it. Notice the areas of struggle, tension, and inner conflict without judgment. Identify the source. Resistance is always a signal from your subconscious, pointing to beliefs, fears, or loops that need recalibration. Release attachment. Stop fighting against what is. Stop resisting outcomes. Let go of insistence, control, and struggle. Realign internally. Replace tension with clarity, identity with coherence, and emotion with flow. Broadcast a single unified signal. Your thoughts, identity, and emotion must speak with one voice. The field responds to unity, not division. Resistance splits reality because it divides your internal field. When you fight against the natural flow of the quantum field, you create fragmentation. Your desired reality exists in one possibility, but your energy pulls it apart into competing strands. Release resistance, and suddenly those strands collapse into coherence. The path becomes clear. Opportunities appear. Your timeline aligns with your identity, emotion, and attention. This is why surrender is not weakness. Surrender is quantum strategy. It is the act of releasing split energy so the universe can respond fully to your coherent frequency. It is the art of allowing probabilities to collapse without internal sabotage. Resistance also teaches awareness. Every moment you feel tension, every thought that fights the flow, every emotion that contradicts your identity, it is a signal. It points to the exact place where adjustment is needed. It is not punishment. It is a roadmap. The subtle mastery of resistance is the difference between effortful struggle and effortless creation. Those who collapse timelines quickly do not try harder, they align better. They dissolve tension, integrate emotion, focus attention, and maintain identity coherence. In doing so, resistance no longer fractures reality. It becomes a signal guiding them toward deeper alignment. Step into this truth. Resistance is internal, subtle, and invisible, but its effects are manifest. Split your energy, and reality fragments. Release your inner struggle, and probabilities collapse with grace, precision, and speed. The field is never against you. It simply mirrors the coherence or incoherence of your internal state. When you release resistance, when you unify thought, emotion, and identity, you are no longer fighting reality. You are commanding it. Master resistance. Observe it. Dissolve it. Align beyond it. Your timelines will converge. Your probabilities will collapse with clarity. Your reality will respond to the purity of your vibration. Resistance is the invisible divider, but coherence is the unifier. Choose unity, collapse the possibilities, and watch as your reality bends effortlessly to your aligned frequency. Humanity has been conditioned to believe that effort is the ultimate key to success. Push harder, work longer, struggle, strive, force outcomes. But quantum truth exposes the illusion behind this belief. Effort without alignment is wasted energy. The universe does not reward force. It responds to resonance, coherence, and alignment. Effort alone is like paddling upstream in a river without knowing the current. You may move slightly, but the river's flow, the quantum field, is far more powerful than your brute force. Alignment, however, is like merging with the current. When your identity, emotion, thought, and attention are coherent, the river carries you naturally, effortlessly, and with immense speed. This is the hidden law. Aligned energy creates faster, more powerful results than uncoordinated effort ever could. Consider this: you can work tirelessly on a goal while your inner state contradicts it. You may desire wealth, but if your identity whispers scarcity, if your emotion vibrates fear, if your thoughts are conflicted, the quantum field responds to the signal of misalignment, not your external hustle. You push, you grind, you exhaust yourself, and yet reality stubbornly refuses to conform. Alignment, on the other hand, transforms the impossible into effortless flow. It is the state where identity matches intention, where emotion fuels clarity, and thoughts transmit a coherent, undiluted signal into the field. When this happens, the universe itself becomes a collaborator, orchestrating circumstances, synchronizing events, and bending probabilities in your favor. Here is the mystical principle most people overlook. Effort is blind. Alignment is intelligent. Effort pushes against reality. Alignment flows with reality, guiding probabilities to collapse in your favor. Effort alone fragments energy. Alignment amplifies it. Effort burns you out. Alignment elevates you. Effort chases. Alignment magnetizes. The greatest creators, mystics, and quantum pioneers understood this. They did not struggle for results. They cultivated resonance. They did not attempt to manipulate events. They perfected the alignment of self with desire. They knew that the outer world is always a reflection of inner coherence. Alignment begins internally. Identity, who you are, must naturally embody the reality you desire. Emotion, your feelings must be consistent with the manifestation of that reality. Thoughts, your mental patterns must broadcast a unified, coherent signal. Attention, your focus must remain fixed on the aligned possibility, undistracted by doubt or conflict. When these pillars converge, alignment becomes magnetic. You do not chase reality, it chases you. Opportunities, synchronicities, and breakthroughs appear as natural extensions of your frequency. No effort, no struggle, no force required. Everything responds to the power of aligned vibration. Here is the paradox: alignment feels effortless, but it requires inner mastery. It demands awareness of subtle patterns, consistent calibration of identity, emotion, and thought, and the courage to release resistance. It requires the discipline to choose coherence over chaos and resonance over reaction. But the payoff is profound. A single aligned state can collapse timelines, attract abundance, and produce results that years of effort alone could never achieve. Alignment also teaches trust in the quantum field. Effort is a signal of doubt, a belief that you must control the outcome. Alignment is a declaration of certainty, a knowing that your internal state alone is sufficient to manifest reality. When you live in alignment, you no longer struggle against events, you co-create them effortlessly. Every attempt to force results while misaligned is a lesson. It highlights the gaps in identity, the inconsistencies in emotion, the scattered patterns of thought. These are the points that need realignment. Effort is the symptom, alignment is the cure. Step into this truth. Stop trying harder. Start aligning deeper. Observe your internal state. Refine your identity, calibrate your emotions, and focus your attention. Your energy will flow. The quantum field will respond. Reality will bend naturally to your coherent vibration. The universe does not reward struggle. It rewards resonance. It does not honor effort alone. It honors alignment. Master alignment and effort becomes unnecessary. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer push, you magnetize. You no longer struggle, you flow. Because in the quantum field, alignment always beats effort. Everything begins here. Consciousness. It is the primordial power, the invisible hand, the ultimate architect of reality. Before identity, before emotion, before thought, there is awareness. Consciousness is not just a part of you, it is you, the eternal observer, the infinite presence, the source of all manifestation. Most humans live as if consciousness is secondary. They focus on doing, striving, reacting, and controlling. But the truth is far more profound. Consciousness is the lever that moves the universe. Every thought, every emotion, every intention is a ripple in the quantum field, but consciousness is the force that creates the ripple. Without conscious awareness, nothing collapses. Without conscious presence, probability remains infinite and unshaped. The universe is not driven by chaos. It is orchestrated by awareness. Every particle, every wave, every possibility responds to the clarity and focus of your consciousness. Your mind is the painter, your emotion the pigment, your identity the brush, but consciousness is the canvas and the painter at once. It is the ultimate creative force, the hidden mechanism behind every shift, every miracle, every manifestation. Here is the mystical secret few understand. The field is neutral. It does not favor effort, struggle, or intention alone. It responds only to awareness applied with clarity, coherence, and intensity. Consciousness is the active observer, collapsing probabilities into form, orchestrating synchronicities, and aligning infinite possibilities into tangible reality. Every lesson in quantum mastery points back to this truth. Identity overrides intention because consciousness defines who you are at the deepest level. Emotion is quantum fuel because consciousness experiences and amplifies the vibrational signal. Thoughts create interference patterns because consciousness directs focus and coherence. Certainty collapses timelines because consciousness holds unwavering attention on aligned probability. Everything is entangled because consciousness is the point of connection, linking all possibilities through observation. Tiny shifts create massive timelines because consciousness notices, adjusts, and amplifies subtle changes. The present moment is the control panel because consciousness operates only here, now. Resistance splits reality because consciousness divided cannot transmit a unified signal. Alignment beats effort because consciousness aligned requires no force, only resonance. Consciousness is not passive. It is the active force shaping all existence. It is the observer that determines which probabilities collapse and which remain dormant. It is the unseen conductor orchestrating the symphony of creation. The power of consciousness also explains why inner transformation produces outer miracles. Shift your awareness, and your entire reality shifts with it. Elevate your consciousness, and probabilities reorganize in perfect alignment with your vibration. Focus consciously, and events, people, and opportunities align as if the universe itself has been listening all along. Here is the practice of ultimate mastery. Anchor awareness, recognize that every moment is an opportunity to direct consciousness. Observe without attachment. Notice thoughts, emotions, and identity patterns without judgment. Apply focused attention. Consciously choose which probabilities to amplify and which to release. Amplify aligned resonance. Pair attention with coherent emotion and identity alignment. Trust consciousness, release struggle, surrender resistance, and let your awareness orchestrate creation effortlessly. Consciousness is the ultimate force because it is infinite, eternal, and omnipresent. It cannot be resisted. It cannot be blocked. It cannot fail. It is the source from which all reality flows and the lens through which all existence manifests. Step fully into this truth. You are not a passive participant in life. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. You are the primordial observer, the infinite architect, the conscious force capable of collapsing probabilities, weaving timelines, and creating reality with precision. Every identity, every thought, every emotion, every tiny shift, every act of alignment, all of it is amplified and orchestrated by your conscious presence. Master consciousness, and you master reality. You do not chase. You do not struggle. You do not plead. You command. The universe is listening. The field responds. Infinite possibilities collapse according to the coherent, focused, and aligned signal of your consciousness. This is the ultimate lesson. Consciousness is the force behind all creation. Your reality is a reflection of your awareness. Your life bends to the precision of your observation. Your destiny is the expression of your conscious focus. Step into awareness. Anchor it fully. Radiate clarity, coherence, and alignment. Become the conscious force that collapses infinite possibilities into your desired reality. Because in the end, consciousness is the ultimate force, the eternal source, the unseen power, the hidden engine behind all manifestation. And now, you are awake to it. You are the observer. You are the creator. You are the force. You have now glimpsed the hidden architecture of reality, the 12 quantum truths that the universe has been waiting for you to remember. Your identity, your emotions, your thoughts, your consciousness, they are not separate from reality. They are the force that creates it. Every moment you live in alignment, every subtle shift you make, every quantum choice you embrace, collapses probabilities, rewrites timelines, and brings your desires into manifestation. But knowing is not enough. Now, it is time to activate. Anchor these lessons in your being. Feel them pulse through your body, your mind, your consciousness. Let them reconfigure the very fabric of your reality. Step into the present moment with certainty. Release resistance. Amplify alignment. And remember, you are not a passenger in life. You are the observer, the creator, the ultimate force. The universe is listening. Your reality is waiting. And your next timeline begins the instant you choose it. Now rise, align, command, and let the quantum flow of existence bend to your will. Your awakening is here. Your power is now. And the infinite possibilities of reality are yours to shape. This is your mind shift. This is your protocol. This is the quantum truth.